When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
The playing of the national anthem here at the Pioneer Gym at Elyria High. We're just a few moments away from getting this Division I sectional matchup underway between the Elyria High Lady Pioneers and the Lorain Lady Titans. Tim Alcorn with you again. Tim Grattan spinning the dials back at WEOL. And great to have Joe Bach from WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools, tapping into our audio feed. For you folks in Lorain, you'll be able to watch this one pretty quickly on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. And as we always remind you, don't forget about their YouTube channel. Anybody, anywhere can watch WLCS TV 20 on their YouTube channel. And man, there is a ton of stuff up there on the YouTube channel for Lorain City Schools Television. All right, let's take a look at this afternoon's starting lineups for this Division I sectional semifinal for Lorain High at 12-10 on the year, and the number 9 seed. Two freshmen in the starting lineup, 5-foot freshman Ashley Heisel, averaging 6.3 points per ball game, and Micaiah Herman, a 5'5" ninth grader, averaging 4.6 points per ball game. Nikki Ortiz, a 5'7" junior in the starting lineup. What a great story that is. We'll tell you about it as the day moves along. Nikki averaging 6 points per ball game. It'll be Maj Grant, a 5'9" senior at 12.1 per ball game, and Nay Bohannon, the 5'4" junior at 6.4, rounding out the starting lineup for Lorain High. For the Elyria High Lady Pioneers, the home team, the number 8 seed at 5-17 in the regular season. It'll be Tristan Thurman, a 5'6" senior, averaging 9.6 points per ball game. Angelina Alicio, 6-foot junior at 2.1 points per game. Tony McClinton, 5'8" sophomore at just under 3 points per contest, along with Tiffany Means, a 5'7" senior at just under 8 points per game. And rounding out the starting 5, 6-foot senior Chelsea Ferris. Chelsea averaging 11.3 points per ball game. Our three officials are Izzy Santiago Sr. Boy, we just saw Izzy last night over at Keystone. He's a busy guy this weekend. And as we told you last night, Izzy has announced his retirement. So he's working his final batch of tournament games here in February and March. Izzy joined this afternoon by Ryan Namick, along with Scott Elvasky. Here come the two teams, Elyria in their home whites. White shirts, white shorts, red letters and numbers with the black trim, and Lorain High in their dark gray uniforms. Gray shirts, gray shorts with the blue letters and numbers and the white trim. Elyria will go right to left on your radio dial, and Lorain will venture left to right. Let's play some tournament basketball here at Elyria High. Ball in the air, tip controlled by nobody as it went out of bounds. And how about the soft hands of Don Body over at the scorer's table as he was able to grab that one. We're going to try it all over again. I guess both hands hit it simultaneously so it doesn't go to either team. Let's play some tournament basketball. We'll try it again. Here we go. Elyria controls the tip. They're going right to left on your radio dial. Right of the lane, shot up, no good by Means. Rebound, though, tracked down by the Lady Pioneers. On the right side, Ferris drives, missed the shot. Rebound, Lorain High, and they're going to push tempo. Lorain going left to right, coming right down the lane, losing the basketball, but it's grabbed by Heisel, put it up, no good. Loose ball here on the near side. Knocked out of bounds was Nay Bohannon. She gets called for a travel. That's a unique call. Basketball goes to Elyria. 7:35 to go first quarter. We are just underway here at the Pioneer Gym. I'm thinking this is my first visit here this year. Means left wing three right there. Tiffany Means for Elyria High. And the Lady Pioneers are up 3-0. Lorain with the basketball. Bohannon out front. Bohannon now backs up out near the half-court line as Means plays about 6 feet off her. Looks like Elyria High is in a 2-3 zone. On the right side, Bohannon simply fumbles the pass as it goes out of bounds. So Elyria will get it on the Lorain High turnover. A minute off the clock here in the first quarter of play. Elyria with an early 3-0 lead. Tiffany Means with a 3 ball for the Lady Pioneers. Up the right side comes Thurman. She's double teamed. Got it in the middle to McClinton. Left side Means. Another three. That one's off the mark. Offensive rebound. Ferris up. No, but fouled. Chelsea Ferris, the 6-foot senior, grabs that offensive rebound. And both coaches talked about that during our pregame conversations. Elyria's size advantage here this afternoon. That foul on Lorain called on Nikki Ortiz, her first team foul. And here's Ferris at the free throw line, shooting 2. 6-foot senior sends the first one up and in. It's now a 4-0 Elyria lead. Again, the winner has the tall order of facing Strongsville on Thursday night. Lady Mustangs in attendance today as they do some scouting. Ferris hit them both. 5-0. Lady Pioneers have jumped out to the early lead. Into the forecourt comes Bohannon for Lorain High. Bohannon on the right-hand dribble. Cross-court pass deflected. Scramble for it. And out of there with it is Maj Grant for Lorain. Grant whipped it down low and fired it too hard for Ortiz. And another Lorain turnover gives the basketball back to Elyria. 5-0. Elyria on top. 6.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Well, what a day we've got ahead for you on WEOL and night, as Ferris's pass is knocked out of bounds by Ortiz. Started things off with the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up this morning. Great job by the WEOL afternoon team of Bull Barch and Matt Douglas. Rob Polinsky's down at Keystone this afternoon for Fairview and Keystone. Inbounds to Means. Bank shot good. And it's a 7-0 Elyria lead. Good start for the Lady Pioneers here on their home floor. By the way, that game at Keystone, Fairview had some bus issues. So that game running behind, if you're looking for that one on Stream 2, they're going to tip that one off at about 1:20. So the always patient Rob Polinsky being forced to wait another 15 minutes. I'm sure he loves that. Down low, Chelsea Ferris knocks a pass out of bounds that was intended for Maj Grant. Yes, you can send sympathy cards to Steve Bailey because he's running the board for Rob on Stream 2. He's got to listen to Rob chirp about the Fairview buses being late. Lorain basketball out front, Bohannon, and she walked with it. Boy, it is just turnover after turnover for Lorain early on. This is a young Lorain team, so maybe some early tournament jitters. They don't want to dig themselves too deep of a hole. Elyria has jumped out to the 7-0 lead. But in all seriousness, Keystone Fairview, that should be a good ball game. And with that starting a little bit late, we should join that one in progress. Out front, 3 ball off the mark for Lorain High, or excuse me, for Elyria. Here comes Lorain to the other end. Grant on the right side. Grant right of the lane, puts up the shot, missed it off the glass. Rebound saved in. No, not quite able to save that one in for Lorain was Ashley Heisel. And now Lorain's going to apply some full court pressure as Elyria looks to inbound. Means bounces it into Alicio. Ball knocked out of bounds by Micaiah Herman, 5'5 freshman. So Lorain's going to apply some full court pressure and see if they can create some Elyria turnovers. Alicio throws it all the way down the floor to Ferris. Ferris right of the lane up, no, but fouled. Boy, a great long bomb pass by Alicio. And Ferris just streaking down the floor. Got fouled as she went up with the shot. And that foul on Lorain High was called on Maj Grant. So Grant picks up her first foul. Ferris line left, first one up and in. So Chelsea Ferris is now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And Mark Feldman says, I want a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here as the head coach of Lorain High burns his first timeout. Elyria now with an 8-0 lead. But Keystone and Fairview over at Keystone High School with that game set to tip off at about 1:20. We should join that one in progress, probably fourth quarter on the radio as soon as I finish up here at Elyria High. Tonight, yes, Zippity Zoltai. Z will be over at Open Door. He'll be bringing you a boys basketball game as the Patriots take on Columbia High School. So Z Zoltai on that one tonight over at Open Door. So the wrap-up show got things started this morning. 2 girls games on the radio and on the app and on the website this afternoon. And boys basketball tonight. And then next week, boy, a bevy of high school basketball coverage. Boys winding up the regular season. Girls basketball, more tournament coverage next week. We are going to be very, very busy. Off the timeout, Chelsea Ferris for Elyria High. Line left, second one up and in. She's a perfect 4 of 4 from the line this afternoon. And boy, Lorain's going to have to fight back. They've given up the first 9 points in the ball game. In the left corner, Heisel, the freshman for Lorain High, outside the three-point arc. Got it out front to Bohannon. Cross-court pass to Ortiz. Ortiz looking, back in the middle to Nay Bohannon. Left side to Ortiz. Ortiz to the top of the key. Lob right wing, Bohannon. Rainbow three. Missed that one. Rebound tapped out front. Scramble. Ortiz has it. She'll shoot a three. Missed that one. Rebound grabbed by Elyria High's Tristan Thurman. Thurman throws it ahead on the left wing to McClinton. Her three ball way off. Rebound tipped. It goes out of bounds into the Lorain bench. And the basketball still belongs to Elyria. Substitution for Lorain High. Here's Tanya Llanos, 5'7" senior, just under 6 points per ball game. Inbounding for Elyria will be Tristan Thurman, right next to Mark Feldman. Thurman looking. Finally lobs it in the middle to Chelsea Ferris. Left side to McClinton. McClinton works top of the key. Now comes left of the lane. Gave it off to Alicio. Alicio for Elyria. Whipped it in the corner. Wow. Right next to her was McClinton. That ball had some steam on it, and it goes out of bounds. I mean, that's like me to Joe Bach firing a fastball. That ball, for the player being so close, had a little bit of zip to it. Turnover gives it to Lorain. They are still looking for their first points. Elyria up 9-0 with 4:20 to go here in the first quarter of play. Tim Elkhorn with you. Boy, deluxe accommodations here at the Pioneer Gym. I'm working off our case. I'll tell you about that as the day moves along. Joe Bach, does more than run a camera. He basically got me on the air this afternoon. Lorain with another turnover. There's a steal by Chelsea Ferris for Elyria. Into the forecourt come the Lady Pioneers. McClinton out front against Llanos. McClinton gave it off to Thurman. Thurman left of the lane, in the lane. She got knocked down. Ball goes out of bounds, and it belongs to Lorain High. Boy, Thurman ends up on the seat of her pants, and no whistles there. We've had 2 fouls called in the ball game, both against Lorain. Here's Maj Grant back in the ball game, 5'9" senior, as Nay Bohannon will take a seat. Well, the lid is on the bucket for Lorain High, and they have also suffered from numerous turnovers. Got to settle down. Again, tournament basketball, a little bit of jitters, but at some point it will evolve into a regular basketball game here on the near side. Good hustle by Tristan Thurman as she knocks that pass out of bounds. Ball still belongs to Lorain. 3.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Lorain had a busy week. They were at Rocky River on Monday and lost that one by 1. Grant in the lane. Nice shovel underneath, and then the shot missed. Rebound, though, put back up and in. So now Lorain's on the board. There we go. Felicia Witherspoon, who had just checked in the ball game at the buzzer, makes it a 9-2 ball game. So maybe that'll get Lorain going. Their first points of the contest. Thurman comes down the lane. The shot off the glass, no good. Rebound into the hands of Ferris. Ferris got tied up. Oh, man, they call a foul right there. Witherspoon didn't think she fouled, nor did your play-by-play announcer, but the foul is called on Witherspoon. That'll put Ferris at the free throw line. I thought she got all ball. But Ferris, a perfect 4 of 4 from the line, goes right back there again. Line left, first one up and good. And Chelsea Ferris shooting the free throws very, very well. Elyria makes their first substitution as Tylese Noble has checked in for the Lady Pioneers, 5'11" senior. Ferris line left, and she hung that one on the rim and it fell in. 6 of 6 from the line for Ferris, 11-2. Elyria High with a 9-point lead. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. At the foul line, Witherspoon had her pass stolen away. Out of there with it, Elyria High. At the other end, though, the ball knocked away from Thurman. Now there's a scramble for it. We finally get a jump ball called as Tanya Llanos was battling Thurman, and the possession arrow belongs to Lorain High. And here comes Nikki Ortiz back in for Lorain High. You heard Mark Feldman talk about Ortiz during our pregame show. Quite a story. Moved into Lorain from Puerto Rico. Of course, Puerto Rico was ravaged by the hurricane earlier, and Ortiz moved north. Has tried to assimilate into Lorain High. Has done a great job. Baseline left, the jumper up and in. Nice shot right there by Nani Grant. And Nani Grant makes it an 11-4 ball game. So Lorain appears to be getting things untracked offensively, but Elyria is still with the 7-point lead. Thurman out front, crossover dribble, comes left to the lane, drops it on the baseline to Noble. Her shot right there. Tylese Noble makes it a 13-4 Lady Pioneer lead. 2:10 to go in the opening quarter. Down low pass intended for Ortiz, deflected and stolen by Elyria. Means in the backcourt. She got double teamed, lost the ball, scrambled for it. Ortiz will pick it up in the left corner. Ortiz now hands it off. They get it out front. 3-ball by Heisel. That one's off the mark. Rebound grab by Elyria High's Means. And now Tony Brown says, I want a 30-second timeout. You know what? We'll sneak in a 30. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. 13-4, Lady Pioneers on top. We'll sneak in a 30-second timeout on our Cleveland Clinic Girls Tournament Cage matchup.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
13-4. Each team has spent a 30-second timeout as Tony Brown for Elyria takes his first. Lady Pioneer basketball facing full court pressure. Alicio bounces it into Thurman. Thurman double teamed in the backcourt. Thurman trying to dribble her way out of it. Thurman, boy, she zips right through a double team. Ahead on the left side to Means. Means will shoot a three, and it's a 2-ball. Izzy said she had her foot on the line, so it's a 2-ball for Tiffany Means. But it's still a 15-4 Lady Pioneer advantage. 1:28 to go here in the first quarter of play. It's been a good start for Elyria. Lorain trying to battle back. Ortiz left corner 3-ball. That's an air ball. Rebound fought for on the end line. Grant traveled with it. Nani Grant appeared to have control, but she shuffled her feet. And that'll give it back to Elyria High. Chelsea Ferris will take a seat. And here's Savannah Bauer in the ballgame for Elyria, seeing her first action. 15-4, Lady Pioneers by 11. Looking to keep their season going. If they win, they'll play Thursday night against Strongsville. Means to the foul line. Shoots, rolled around the rim and out. Rebound grab by Lorain High. Ortiz in the backcourt. Gives it off to Heisel. Heisel to the forecourt. Bounces it down low. Did it hit a Pioneer? No, it went out of bounds. Thought that ball may have deflected off an Elyria player, but not so. I'm working solo here this afternoon, so I'm not statting as far as turnovers are concerned, but boy, there have been a bevy of them for Lorain High. 15-4 Elyria, under a minute to go here in the first quarter of play. Into the forecourt, Tiffany Means. Means bounce in the corner to Noble. Her pass down low deflected, but grabbed by Bauer. Got it out front. Now they feed it right wing Means. Her three is short. Rebound grab by Maj Grant for Lorain High. Grant will bring it to the forecourt. Grant threw it down low underneath the basket. Shot put up and in by Tanya Llanos. Nice shot by Tanya. Makes it 15-6. There's no 11-point plays in basketball. Lorain will just simply need to chip away at this thing. They're within 9. 18 seconds to go, first quarter. Elyria ball. Means out front to McClinton. McClinton with 13 on the clock. Backs up. McClinton at the top of the circle. McClinton had it knocked out of her hands, but it's grabbed by Alicio. 7 seconds to go. Alicio in between the circles. 4 on the clock. Alicio gave it off to McClinton. McClinton on the right wing. It's knocked out of her hands, and the buzzer sounds. That was a good defensive sequence for Lorain High, and Elyria may have lost track of how much time was on the clock. Either way, first quarter ends, and it's Elyria with a 9-point lead at the end of one. 15-6, Lady Pioneers leading the Lady Titans. Quarter number 2 follows this time out on our Cleveland Clinic Girls Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL, on the app, and online at WEOL.com.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
For too many parents, a baby's first steps aren't just a milestone. They're a miracle. A miracle made possible by volunteers like you, who walk and raise money in March for Babies. Sign up today to take the steps that help make milestones and even miracles possible. Who will you march for?
Second quarter underway. Elyria with the basketball. They're up by 9, 15-6. Tim Elkhorn with you from the Pioneer Gym. Joe Bach, WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, dialed into our audio. We appreciate that. Ferris misses a shot down low. Out of there with it comes Lorain High. Into the forecourt, Bohannon. Bohannon double teamed in the corner, had her pass deflected. It comes right back to Bohannon. She'll recycle the offense. Lorain looking at a 9-point deficit. They're going left to right on your radio dial here in the first half, heading towards the lobby area, the concession area down to our right. There's the first foul against Elyria, and it comes with 7:24 to go in the second quarter. Got a reach-in foul called on Chelsea Ferris. I don't think Mark Feldman won't make the officials aware of that. On the inbounds, Ortiz tracks it down at the half-court line and gives it off to Herman. Herman, the 5'5 freshman, right side to Bohannon. Bohannon, cross-court pass to Grant. Grant into the lane, hooked it up with the right hand and dropped it in. That's a pretty shot right there. So Grant, with her first 2 points, makes it a 15-8 ball game. Again, Lorain simply needs to chip away. A lot of basketball still to be played. There's a turnover by Elyria. Grant down the floor to Bohannon, put it up and in. Oh, that was pretty. And Nay Bohannon with her first 2, and it's a 15-10 contest. So Lorain may have found their sea legs here. They've pulled to within 5 with 6:40 to go here in the first half of play. Thurman for Elyria looking. Right side to to Alicio. She'll shoot it, she'll miss it. Rebound grab by Herman. Then her pass deflected. Elyria got it back, and underneath, McClinton got rocked as she went up with the shot. Tony McClinton will shoot 2. That foul on Lorain High called on Micaiah Herman. That'll be her first. Well, you folks listening in Lorain, you'll be able to watch this one on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. Joe Bach is here. We'll get it posted pretty quickly as McClinton misses the first. I can't even imagine how many Lorain games Joe Bach and his crew did this year between freshmen, JV, varsity, girls, boys. My goodness. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Ferris. Nobody blocked out Ferris, and she's got an easy putback basket to make it 17-10. Well, you got to box out. 2 free throws missed. You gave up an easy 2. Grant, foul line shot at the other end. Big bounce off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It went off Micaiah Herman. For Lorain, Ashley Heisel checks back in, and for Elyria High, Tylese Noble re-enters the fray. Scoreboard has 15-10, but there was a putback basket, was there not? There it goes. Now it's up there. Over in the corner. Steal by Grant for Lorain High, but then she stepped on the end line. Couldn't quite keep her balance. Made a nice defensive play, but tried to tiptoe on that end line and couldn't quite do it. So the basketball belongs to Elyria. 17-10 Lady Pioneers. 2 minutes off the second quarter clock. Thurman out front. Thurman to the foul line. Running shot off the glass, no, but she got fouled. She also got bailed out right there because that wasn't the best shot for Thurman, but She was able to draw that foul from Lorain High's Nay Bohannon. First foul on Bohannon. And at the free throw line, Tristan Thurman, 5'6" senior. First one up, no good. So all of a sudden, Elyria is missing free throws after Ferris went 6 of 6 from the charity stripe in the first quarter. Elyria has now missed their first 3 here in quarter number 2. Second one up and off. Rebound grab by Lorain High. So Elyria now 0 of 4 from the line here in quarter number 2. 17-10, Lorain basketball. They're down by 7. 5:40 to go here in quarter number 2. Bohannon. Cross court left side to Heisel. Heisel, only a 9th grader, had it knocked out of her hands into the backcourt. Boy, Mark Feldman, can't believe that call, and I can't either. The ball got knocked out of her hands. Heisel picked it up in the backcourt, and Izzy Sr. called over and back. Wow. I tell you what, I got to agree with Coach Feldman right there. If you knock the ball out of the girl's hand, she has the right to go get it back. Thurman into the lane, lost the ball, got it back, shovels it to Means. Her 3 ball off the back of the rim, no good. A rebound grab by Lorain High. Heisel in the backcourt, being double teamed. Being chased in that backcourt, tries to step through the double team, and the foul is called on Elyria. Well, they were chasing Heisel all over the place. And that foul on the Lady Pioneers is called on Tristan Thurman. For Thurman, that will be her first, and for Elyria, their second team foul. Here comes Lorain into the forecourt. Ashley Heisel. Heisel right side to Bohannon. Bohannon in between the circles to Micaiah Herman. Herman back on the right side. Bohannon. Rainbow 3 right there. Wow, Bohannon sent that one a mile high and hit nothing but the bottom of the net. And it's 17-13. Lorain within 4. So after trailing 9-0, Lorain has steadied themselves, and they've cut it to a 4-point ball game. Ferris in the lane, got it taken away from her. Pass down the floor. Bohannon ahead of the pack. Bohannon put it up and in. And Bohannon makes it a 2-point game at 17-15. Now we got an Elyria-Lorain game going on. Into the forecourt, knocked out of the hands of Noble. A steal by Bohannon. Feeds it down the floor. Left of the basket, shot up and it rolled around the rim and in, and we are tied. Micaiah Herman with the field goal, 17-17, and Tony Brown says, I need a timeout. We are deadlocked at 17 apiece. 4:18 to go first half. We'll take a timeout on our Cleveland Clinic girls cage matchup. It's on AM 930 WEOL, on your phone with the app. And Doug Swain, he listens online at WEOL.com.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at Marines.com.
Well, Lorain has battled all the way back. They fell behind 9-0 and just chipped away. And now here in the second quarter of play, Lorain has outscored Elyria 11-2. We've got a 17-17 ball game. 4:18 to go here in the first half of play. Tim Elkhorn with you at the Pioneer Gym at Elyria. First round tournament ball game, Elyria and Lorain. Elyria the 8 seed, Lorain the 9 seed. Off that timeout, Means to the forecourt. Bounce down low to Ferris. Up. No, missed it. Rebound Means. Got her. Shot blocked. Loose ball, and in the corner, Lorain out of there with it. Pass deflected, and then a steal by Means. Her bank shot up, no good. Rebound tip in the lane. Noble got her shot partially blocked. Rebound Ferris up. No, but got fouled. Oh, there was some wild and woolly action down there. And when the dust had cleared, it was Ferris who got fouled on the shot. And that foul on Lorain High called on Maj Grant. That is her second. And that'll put Ferris at the free throw line. Ferris was a perfect 6 of 6 from the line in the first quarter of play. And she's now 7 of 7 as she rolls that first free throw in. Tony McClinton checks back in for Elyria. Noble will take a seat. Elyria back in the lead, 18-17. Ferris has one more coming. Spins that basketball, line left. Second one, good. Boy, she has found her free throw shooting eye here this afternoon. 8 of 8 from the line, 19-17. Elyria with a 2-point lead. Into the forecourt, Heisel. Lob right side to Nae Bohannon. Nae Bohannon, the 5'4 junior. He's had a good second quarter, 7 points here in the period. Got it out front to Grant. Grant shoves it left side. Shot from the wing, no good by Janos. Rebound grab by Elyria. McClinton ahead to Thurman. Thurman gets by Bohannon. Flings it left side to Means. Tough shot. Bounces off the rim, no good. A rebound grab by Lorain High. Heisel in the backcourt will bring it forward. Heisel up the left side. Heisel to the three-point arc. Now backs up to the wing. Heisel in the corner. Got it out front to Janos. Janos feeds it down low to Grant. Rolled it up and in. Maz Grant with her second field goal ties the game at 19. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Pioneers with the basketball. Tristan Thurman in between the circles. Thurman on the right-hand dribble. Bohannon plays about 3 feet off her. Thurman looking. Thurman still on the dribble. Thurman into the lane, and boy, she got sent to the deck as she put the shot up. And the foul will be called on Lorain. That foul will be on Nae Bohannon. That's her second foul. At the free throw line, Tristan Thurman. Got a girls' final for you already. Boy, this one got started early. Sectional play. Buckeye beat Brookside 68-54. So the Buckeye Lady Bucks moving on. Thurman hits the first. For Tristan Thurman, that's her first point. Elyria back in the lead at 20-19. So again, Buckeye beat Brookside 68-54. Second free throw rolled off for Thurman. Rebound grabbed by Grant. 20-19. Elyria by 1. Grant, she's going all the way. The runner, good! What a shot! Boy, Maj Grant said, I'm taking it. And she puts Lorain into the lead. 21-20. According to my sheet, that's the first time they've led all day. So the Lady Titans with their first advantage. Up by 1. Thurman at the free throw line. Now backs up. Tristan Thurman still on the dribble. 2:18 to go first half. Boy, Mark Feldman has to be thrilled. They were down 9-0, and now they're up 1. Alicio, top side to McClinton. McClinton had it knocked out of her hands, but got it back. Gave it off to Means. Means comes right to the key. Means double team, left side, pass stolen away. 2-on-1, heading to the forecourt. Herman, and she got fouled as she went up. Means was the only defender back for Elyria, and all she could do was foul. So Tiffany Means picks up her first. And for Lorain High, that'll put Micaiah Herman at the free throw line. 5'5" freshman. Averages 4.6 per game. Line right, rainbows that first free throw up and missed it. If there's an Achilles heel for Lorain, they don't shoot free throws very well. At about 50% on the year. Come tournament time, that can come back to bite you. Herman line right. Second one up, looked short, and it was, but the offensive rebound grabbed by Lorain. Heisel, 3-ball. Nope. Long rebound comes off to McClinton for Elyria. McClinton, she's going to race all the way, drive, but missed the shot. And then knocked down after grabbing the rebound was Herman. Out of there with it, Elyria. Thurman on the left wing. Thurman drops it on the baseline right side. Alicio, her shot up, no good. Rebound saved in. They scramble for it. Ball still loose. Alicio almost fell down. Now the ball goes out of bounds into the Lorain bench, and it belongs to the Lady Titans. I will say this. Scott Olafsky, Ryan Namick, and Izzy Santiago, they're letting these girls battle it out. It's tournament basketball. Right now it looks like pinball, but they are letting the girls really go at it down there. Hey, you know what? The girls have to adjust. If they realize it's going to get a little rough and tumble, well, then they're going to have to adjust. Well, it got rough and tumble right there. Ashley Heisel in the lane. She got sandwiched by 2 Pioneers. Take your pick on the foul. They'll give it to Ferris. So Ferris picks up her second, and Heisel will shoot 2 free throws. Heisel line right. Spins that basketball. Sends it up. No good. And again, both teams' free throw shooting could be critical in this one. It's a 1-point game, 1:22 to go in the half. You would think throughout the remainder of this contest it's going to stay pretty tight. Free throw shooting could be a difference. Heisel, line right, got the second one. So Heisel splits the pair. That's her first point. 22-20, Lorain by a bucket. If you're just joining us, it was a great start for Elyria. They jumped out to a 9-0 lead. A ton of turnovers for Lorain in the first quarter. But they seem to have steadied themselves. Well, they have. And now a steal by Lorain on the inbounds. Heisel got it right wing to Janos. She'll unload a three, miss it off the glass. Rebound Ortiz. Bank shot no good. Rebound grab by Elyria High's Noble. Noble looking for somebody to give it to. Finally gave it off to Michaela King, who just checked in. King to the forecourt. King at the three-point arc. 1 minute to go in the half. Pass out front. Stolen by Janos. Janos heads to the other end and drives and scores. Janos gives Lorain a 24-20 lead. What a second quarter for the Lady Titans. 50 seconds to go in that second quarter. In the lane, McClinton, short shot, and it's short. Rebound King, had it knocked out of her hands. Rebound Noble, up, missed it. Rebound grabbed by Lorain High. In the backcourt, stumbling over the basketball is Herman. She got tied up, and the possession arrow belongs to Lorain.
Possession, Lorain.
Boy, an 18-point second quarter for the Lady Titans. They had 6 at the end of one, but they've got it rolling here in quarter number 2. They've created some turnovers that have led to some easy baskets. I'm not sure if Mark Feldman's team is wired to play for one shot. So much for that theory. Bank shot up, no good. The rebound grab by Elyria. I was just about to say, and then they turn it over. Boy, the ball went right to the Lady Titans. Ortiz, right wing, jumper off the mark. Rebound into the corner. It goes out of bounds, and it belongs to Lorain. And Mark Feldman is going to get Maj Grant back in the contest. Grant will replace Felicia Witherspoon. 24-20, Lorain by 4. If nothing else, it's been very entertaining. Herman throws it into Heisel. Heisel tiptoeing that sideline. Heisel still on the dribble, 7 on the clock. Heisel all the way out front. Heisel with 4. Tried to throw it down low, ball deflected. Heisel got it back. Heisel baseline shot, good at the buzzer. Count it. Boy, Heisel just scrambling around. The 9th grader ends up with the ball on the baseline. Said, I gotta shoot it. She did. She hit it. And it's 26-20. Lorain with a 6-point lead at the half. We'll be back. We'll try to recap the first 2 quarters of play. We'll bring you halftime numbers, all that and a whole lot more after this on the Cleveland Clinic Girls Tournament Cage matchup. We're at Elyria, and the Lady Titans with a 6-point lead, 26-20 at the half. Coming back after this on AM 930 WEOL on your phone with that WEOL mobile app. And we're also online at WEOL.com.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Williams. I'm 16 years old and in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying sports health and fitness through Lorain High's Career Tech Education Program. I've been playing sports since the 7th grade, volleyball to be specific. I know I can't play forever, but I can still be part of it if I become a physical therapist or athletic trainer. The sports health and fitness classes at Lorain High are giving me an idea of what I'd be doing in the field. I tell all the athletes to take Dury's sports health and fitness class because he knows what he's talking about. He's an athletic trainer. I'm learning how to prevent injuries by doing stuff like taping. That's why I'm also interested in physical therapy. Physical therapy helps get people back to playing. I've learned that the rehab part of physical therapy is more structured and that as an athletic trainer, I would always be at games and practices. I know what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High Sports Health and Fitness Career Tech Program.
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Tim Alcorn with you. Glad that Joe Bott from WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, has tapped into our audio feed here today. You folks in Lorain, you'll be able to watch this one rather quickly in the near future on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. Don't forget about their YouTube channel. Boy, everything and anything as far as Lorain Schools up on the WLCS YouTube channel. On the Elyria side, we got Doug Sween sitting right next to me here. Doug, of course, a fixture at the boys' basketball games for Elyria High, does all the filming. Well, Doug telling me that he's earning a few coins here today, that the son of Elyria girls head coach Tony Brown has asked Doug to film the girls' game today. See, you got to make a living somehow, right, Doug? All right, here we go. Second half underway. Lady Pioneers with a basketball. Alicio on the right wing. Elyria going left to right here in the second half of play. Alicio feeds it left side to Ferris. Down in the corner to Thurman. Thurman holding the ball above her head. Back out front to Ferris. Chelsea Ferris lobs it cross court. Stolen away by Heisel. Heisel for Lorain. Heads to the other end. Put it up. Missed it. Rebound out of bounds. I think it went off Grant. It did. Basketball goes back to Elyria. Boy, Heisel with great anticipation got the steal. I think she heard some footsteps, though. She was being chased from behind by Chelsea Ferris. Elyria to inbound against full court pressure. Alicio throws it in to Ferris, right back to Alicio, who hands it off to Tony McClinton. Elyria down by 6. They were up by 9 in that first half, but that lead vaporized. Bohannon with a steal at the half-court line. Bohannon driving on McClinton. Put it up and in. Mae Bohannon with the steal in the hoop, and it's 28-20. Boy, Lorain has really seized the momentum in this ball game. And there's Bohannon stealing it from behind on Ferris. Lobs it ahead, but lobbed it to Elyria. Left wing Means the jumper. Missed it. Rebound Bohannon. Boy, she got horse collared, no whistle. Throws it ahead to Heisel. Heisel into the forecourt. She'll stop. She'll shoot. She'll miss. Rebound grabbed by Lorain, though. Grant, baseline left, shovels it to Heisel. Heisel outside the three-point arc. Heisel thought about giving it to Bohannon. Said, no, I'll keep it myself. Heisel thought about the three. Now backs up left side to Bohannon. 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. 28-20 Lorain. Pass down low by Ortiz. Stolen by McClinton for Elyria. Ahead to Means. She's got an open layup, and she missed it. Rebound grab by Lorain High. Up the right side. And all the way to the bucket, driving and scoring, is Herman. And Tony Brown says, I have seen enough. Timeout, Elyria. Full timeout, 6:11 to go here in the third. It's all Lady Titans. They're up 30-20 on the Cleveland Clinic girls cage matchup. It's on WEOL and online at WEOL.com.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Boy, Tony Brown trying to figure out a way to stem the tide right here. Lorain now with a 10-point lead at 30-20. And how about the job by this Lady Titan team? Down 9 early, just kind of stuck with it. And now they're up by 10. 6:11 to go here in quarter number 3. Ferris gets the inbounds pass. Ferris against Grant. Ferris just stepped on the sideline right down below us. Ferris saying Grant got in my way, but it was good defense by Maj Grant. Turnover gives it back to Lorain High. Winner gets the top seed, Strongsville, next Thursday. It's an outstanding Strongsville girls basketball team, but hey, you want your season to continue. Bohannon on the right side. Bohannon now circles out right in front of her own bench. Long three, that one short. Rebound Grant, though, underneath the basket. Put it up and in. Maj Grant now with 8. And Lorain pulling away. It's 32-20. Lady Titans by a dozen. Into the forecourt, McClinton. McClinton hands it off to Thurman for Elyria. Thurman at the top of the circle. Thurman, run of the lane. Thurman gave it on the baseline, and it went right by McClinton out of bounds. Thurman got caught in traffic, realized she couldn't get the shot off. Tried to give it off. McClinton wasn't looking for the pass. Alicio will sit down as Michaela King checks in for Elyria. Heisel in the backcourt for Lorain High. Heisel into the forecourt, bounces it down the floor. Shot high off the glass and good. Micaiah Herman, the freshman, makes it 34-20. Boy, Lorain has opened up a 14-point lead. 5:10 to go, third quarter. Thurman to the free throw line for Elyria. Left wing McClinton drops it down low to King. King, nice bounce down low to Ferris, laid it up and in. That was well executed by Elyria. 34-22. And Thurman almost got the steal in the backcourt. Heisel dribbling through a double team at the half-court line. Heisel bounces it to Grant. Put it up. No. Rebound grab by Illyria's Means. Lobs it ahead to Thurman. Thurman on the left side. Thurman drives. Put it up. It rolled off, but she got fouled. Boy, Thurman slaps the floor down to our right. She wanted a chance for an and one. She will shoot 2 free throws. And foul is on Tanya Llanos for Lorain. That's her first. And at the free throw line, it'll be Tristan Thurman. Pretty good free throw shooter, 70% on the year. First one up and in. Well, just like Lorain in the first half, Elyria will have to chip away at this thing. You can't get frustrated looking up at that scoreboard. You have to take it possession by possession. 34-23. Thurman short on the second. Offensive rebound. King got her shot blocked. King got it back, and then she got held. So the foul will be called on Lorain. That one whistled on Llanos. That'll be her second for Lorain High, their second team foul. Elyria to inbound. Means looking. Lobbed it in to Ferris. Bounced it right by King out of bounds. Boy, Ferris was in the paint. She was getting bodied up, tried to get it to Michaela King. King watched it skip right by her out of bounds. Bohannon to inbound. Bohannon got it into Heisel. Boy, an impressive freshman for Lorain High. Heisel into the forecourt. Heisel double teamed in front of her own bench, scrambled for the ball, out of there with it Bohannon. Bohannon bounces it down low to Weatherspoon, who's checked in. And then Weatherspoon, in trying to pick up the loose ball, committed a foul. And she pushed off. She was going for the loose ball. And they're going to call Weatherspoon with that foul. So Felicia Weatherspoon picks up her second. 5'7" senior. They call her Fifi. At least that's what I was told. Joe Bach chuckling. Should I go with Felicia? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. Fifi. 34-23. Lorain with an 11-point lead. Elyria with the basketball. 4:15 to go, third quarter. Glad you've dialed in for this one. Our first of what will be 3,000 tournament broadcast. Left of the lane by shot by King, off no good. A rebound grab by Heisel. Boy, she is active. Feeds it off to Bohannon, back to Heisel. Heisel into the forecourt, fires it down low. Now they give it on the right side, layup up and into Llanos. Oh, that was a great pass by Herman. 36-23. Boy, Joe Bach will have to dial that one up on the replay. That was pretty. 13-point lead for Lorain High. 3:35 to go in the quarter. Thurman drives to baseline, tried to feed it out front. Pass deflected, stolen. Heisel heads to the other end. Heisel drives, scoops, no. Rebound left of the lane, put back up, no good. Rebound Weatherspoon, put it up, got it blocked. Weatherspoon got it, put it up, no good. Rebound fought for, and they finally blow the whistle. Possession arrow belongs to Lorain. For Elyria, that'll bring a couple of substitutions. Savannah Bauer and Tylese Noble check in. King and Means will sit down. Lorain by 13. Inbounds pass to nobody. Out of there with it comes McClinton for Elyria. McClinton into the forecourt. Behind her to Noble. Her 3-ball. Off the glass and good. I don't know if Noble called bank, but she'll take it. And it's 36-26. Here comes Lorain. On the right side, Herman. Herman bounce in the middle to Heisel. Left wing to Mae Bohannon. Boy, it has been a frenetic pace here at the Pioneer Gym. Bohannon, right of the lane. Scoop, no. A rebound, Weatherspoon. Up, no, but foul. Felicia Weatherspoon fouled on the putback attempt. And that foul was called on Noble. That'll be her first. Boys basketball tonight. Zippity Zoltai will be at Open Door, not too far from here. Non-conference game, Open Door taking on Columbia. First free throw by Weatherspoon, no good. Columbia with a big win last night in Patriot Athletic Conference action in boys basketball. Wait, two class coaches in that one. Todd Wright over at Open Door and Larry Babbitt's at Columbia. I'll be dialed in for that one. I'll be listening. Here's Weatherspoon, line left. Second one rolled around the rim and in. So Felicia now with 3 points in the ball game, and it's 37-26. Lorain by 11. The Lady Titans are going to put on the full court press, although they don't really get after Elyria. Means throws it ahead to McClinton on the right sideline. McClinton right down below us. Bounce out front. Bounced it by Means. Scramble for the ball. Means out of there with it, but threw it to Bohannon. Bohannon bounces it ahead. Left of the lane. Shot off the glass. No good by Herman. Out of there with it comes Elyria. Into the forecourt, Ferris. Off on the right side to Thurman. Cross court, left side, Means. Fakes the shot. Left of the lane. Up. No, but fouled. Means ends up going down, as does Heisel. Heisel. Well, they call that one on Nani Grant, actually. The 5'8 junior picks up her first. So here's Tiffany Means, 5'7 senior. Had a 7-point first quarter. She hasn't scored since. Line right, shooting 2. First one up. First one bounced around every inch of the iron and went through. So Means now with 8. Substitution for Elyria. Here comes Dana Ewing in the ball game. Dana seeing her first action today. She's a freshman. And Tony Brown saying, all right, Coach Feldman, you can play some 9th graders. I will too. So Dana Ewing checks in. Means with one more coming. Trying to cut that Lorain lead back into single digits. And she rolled that second one in. So Means hit them both. And it's 37-28. Lady Titans by 9. Elyria with full court pressure. Bohannon got it into Heisel. Heisel up the right side. Heisel at the scorer's table. Had it knocked out of her hands. Out of there with it, Means. Means left of the lane. Bounce on the baseline to Thurman. Thurman reverses. Now comes right of the lane to Ferris. Up and in. Chelsea Ferris off a nice feed. Makes it 37-30. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. And Lorain takes time. 37-30. Elyria has cut it down to a 7-point Lady Titan lead. We'll take a timeout on our Cleveland Clinic girls cage matchup. It's on WEOL. It's on your phone with the app. We're online at WEOL.com.
Ian Ralston was a combat medic who was injured in Iraq. When I met Ian, I knew we had to help him get his housing grant, an auto grant, and every benefit to live as normal a life as possible. And we did.
PVA has helped hundreds of thousands of veterans get the care and benefits they've earned.
My name is Jason Stevenson, and I work for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures.
Lorain head coach Mark Feldman takes his second timeout. He's got 3 remaining. Elyria with 2 left. 37-30, Lorain leading Elyria. 2 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter of play. They're at the half over at Keystone. Again, that game got started late. Keystone leading Fairview 17-12 at the half. We'll pick that one up in progress once we finish up here at Elyria, because again, that game got started late, so we should be able to join Rob Polinsky in the fourth quarter in that one. Well, we've got a lot of basketball still to be played here. Grant in the lane, dribbles it off her own leg out of bounds. So Elyria will get it back. You know what? I just read Mark Feldman's lips. He was talking to this official over on that far side. He said it's 4-1. That's the team fouls right now. Lorain with 4, Elyria with 1. Coaches think officials pay attention to that sort of thing. They really do. McClinton out front, lost the ball on the dribble, scoops it up. He gave it off to Ewing. Ewing fed it down low to Ferris, left of the lane, bank shot, missed it. Rebound grabbed by Bohannon. Nice rebound by Bohannon, snuck in there. Bohannon got it ahead to Heisel. Heisel with 1:20 on the clock, feeds it back to Bohannon. Bohannon off on the right side to Herman. Herman top side to Heisel. Well, that's one freshman to another, and here they are in a Division I sectional ball game here at Elyria. Heisel in between the circles. Lorain basketball, they're up by 7. Nice feed down low. Grant got it to Herman, who laid it in. Boy, they've run that back door very efficiently here this afternoon. 39-30. Lorain by 9. Ball got away on the baseline, and the clock continuing to run. Boy, those are precious seconds. Into the forecourt, Thurman for Elyria. Bounce left side to Ferris, under the hoop. Up, in, oh, they'll call the travel. Ryan Namick said Ferris traveled with that basketball. I don't think Tony Brown agreed with that call. 41.8 on the third quarter clock. Inbounds knocked out of bounds by Tristan Thurman for Elyria. 39-30. Lorain with a 9-point lead. Boy, they came in on a roll. Lorain, to close out the regular season, won 5 of their last 6 and 8 out of 10. Bohannon lobs it into Heisel. Heisel at the half-court line. Fires left side to Grant, who drives and scores. Boy, Nani Grant had a wide-open lane and just took it to the rack and makes it 41-30. There's a steal by Heisel. Heisel heads to the other end, missed the layup. Rebound put back up and in by Grant. Nani Grant, 2 quick buckets. And it's 43-30. It was set up by the Heisel steal. 16 seconds to go in the quarter. McClinton tried to hand it off, and they'll call her for the double dribble. And McClinton saying the ball got deflected. Izzy Santiago says, nope, I'm nearing retirement. I make the correct calls. Izzy's been an official in the area for 25 years. They recognized him last night over at Keystone. As I said on the air last night, how often do you see both sides get up and cheer for an official? Down low, shot put up, no good. Rebound, Grant hooked it up and it rolled down the rim and in for Maj Grant. She's in double figures, and the lead has ballooned to 15 for Lorain. 45-30, their biggest advantage of the ball game. Well, they have taken control of this one. Half-court shot, no good by Thurman, and that ends the third quarter of play. It is all Lady Titans, 45-30. Mark Feldman's team in the lead as we head to the fourth on the Cleveland Clinic Girls Tournament Cage matchup. It's on WEOL. It's on your phone with the app. We're online at WEOL.com.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Opportunities that move us forward. Opportunities to serve part-time in your community while continuing their full-time careers or education to help keep our nation safe at home and around the globe. Explore your opportunities in the Air Force Reserve.
Lorain and Elyria. 8 minutes of basketball to be played here at the Pioneer Gym at Elyria High. Lorain 8 minutes away from advancing. They're up by 15, and they're up by 17 as Nani Grant. And Nani Grant with a little shot that rolls in to start the fourth quarter of play. 47-30. What a turnaround here at Elyria. And there's Heisel with a steal at the half-court line, and she got pushed in the back after making that steal. And now the officials are telling both Means and Heisel, no need to chirp at one another. That foul is called on Means. That'll be her second. For Elyria, that's their second team foul. Boy, Lorain had a 6-point first quarter, but 20 in the second and 19 in the third. And they're up by 17 at 47-30. A great effort by this Lady Titan team here this afternoon. And if they hang on for the win, the reward, top-seeded Strongsville on Thursday. But you know what? You play a tournament game, you play to win it, and that's what they've done. And left to the lane, shot no good by Herman, but she got fouled in the process. And you can just sense the life has been sucked out of Elyria by this Lorain High team. So here's Herman at the free throw line as she drew that foul from Tiffany Means. That's 3 on Means. Micaiah Herman, boy, one of the impressive youngsters for this Lorain High basketball team. They started 2 freshmen today, Micaiah Herman, Ashley Heisel. They have both done very well. Although Herman missed both free throws there, scrambled for the loose ball on the rebound, jump ball, and the possession arrow belongs to Elyria. So you certainly would think the future is bright for Lorain girls basketball with 2 freshman starters. A couple of junior starters as well. Only 1 senior starter for Lorain. Boy, in the backcourt, boy, McClinton got away with a carry. My goodness. McClinton out front in between the circles to Thurman. 1 minute off the clock here in the fourth quarter of play. Again, a reminder, Fairview and Keystone got started late. Shot from the left wing right on the mark by Chelsea Ferris. So we'll join that game in progress. It'll be a very short post-game show here at Elyria. There's a steal by Means, put it up no good. Means got it back, put it up no good. Means fighting for the rebound on the baseline. She gets knocked out of bounds, and she lost it out of bounds. Basketball belongs to Lorain High. And that Keystone-Fairview game, Fairview had some bus issues getting over to Keystone, so they started at about 1:20. So we'll have time to pick that one up probably early fourth quarter once we finish up here at Elyria. Left side of the forecourt, Heisel for Lorain High. Heisel on the left wing, dribbles in between the circles, hands it off to Nay Bohannon. Bohannon against Ferris. Bohannon right of the lane, scoop, missed. Rebound grab by Ferris. Outlet pass to Means. 47-32. Boy, Elyria's got to pick up the tempo. Means got whistled for a travel. Tony Brown saying you got to do a jump stop. You can't drag that foot. Bohannon fumbled the ball on the sideline. Izzy Santiago saying, that's my bad. They looking, got it into Nani Grant. Grant gave it right back to Bohannon. Cross-court pass in the forecourt to Heisel. Ashley Heisel, 5-foot freshman. Only 3 points, but boy, she's been impressive. Bohannon double-teamed in front of the Lorain bench, got it way out front to Maj Grant. Fires it left side to Nani Grant. Cross-court pass goes out of bounds. You know, I neglected to ask Mark Feldman, are the Grants sisters? Are they related? They are related. Joe Bach's not sure if they're sisters or not, and I didn't ask Mark. In the meantime, speaking of Mark Feldman, he takes a timeout. 47-32, Lorain timeout. Lorain with a 15-point lead. 5:55 to go in our girls tournament cage matchup on AM 930 WEOL.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim or e-claim for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits, online VA claims made simple.
Elyria with the basketball. They're down by 15 as we're down to 5:55 to go in the ball game. Into the forecourt comes Thurman. Thurman in between the circles. Thurman feeds it right side. Means her 3-ball skimmed off the rim and glass, no good. A rebound grab by Heisel for Lorain High. Got it to Bohannon. Feeds it ahead to Grant. Grant in the backcourt tried to give it back to Bohannon, and the ball got deflected out of bounds. 5.5 minutes to go. Tony Brown had to go track that ball down in front of the bleachers over in the far corner. Boy, a head coach is just asked to do everything. Inbounds goes to Heisel. Heisel on her knees doing a little curly kneel. Got back up, still on the dribble. Fed it in between to Bohannon. Bohannon into the forecourt with 5:20 on the clock. Bohannon double team looking for help. Ooh, she got fouled. Boy, they had her trapped. She had nowhere to go, but a little too aggressive on the trap was Angelina Alicio. Well, they called that one on Means. Wow, and that's 4 on Means. Let's see if Tony Brown leaves her in there. I think down by 15 he has to. I mean, there's 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in potentially your season. You got to leave Means out there. Lorain with the basketball, up 47-32. And now Lorain's going to spread the floor. Bohannon in the center circle. Means on her, and again, Means has 4 fouls. Bohannon tried to feed it down low. Pass stolen by Thurman for Elyria. Thurman to the forecourt. Bounce right side to Means. Ball goes between her legs. She picked it back up. She'll shoot it. She'll hit it. Tiffany Means in double figures with 11, and it's 47-34. Lead at 13. Bohannon's pass deflected by Ferris. It came right back to Bohannon. Bouncing between the circles to Grant. Fired it down low to Grant. Oh, did she get nailed? And then they call her for a travel. Well, I guess they're going to say Ferris got a clean block right there. Wow. The ball came right back to Nani Grant. She fell down, and they call her for the travel. That was a strange sequence. Ewing to inbound for Elyria. Throws it into Ferris. Illyria's got to make their move. There's a steal as they threw it right to Lorain, but the layup missed. But the ball saved in by Lorain High. Nani Grant got it out front to Ashley Heisel. 4.5 minutes to go. Heisel in between the circles to Bohannon. Bohannon lob on the left side to Maj Grant. Grant on the left wing. Grant left the lane, in the lane. Running right-hander, no. Grant got it back, put it up and in. Boy, Grant with a big shot right there for Lorain. You could sense some momentum shift going to Elyria, but Grant with a bucket, and the lead extends back out to 15. Up the right side, Thurman got knocked out of bounds by Grant. Yes.
Lorain
Foul is on Maj Grant. That will be her third. And now Tanya Llanos re-enters for Lorain High. Right down below us, Tiffany Means to inbound for Elyria. Means looking. Lobs it in to Tristan Thurman. Thurman playing perhaps her final game. She's a 5'6" senior. We're halfway through the fourth quarter of play. Lorain by 15. Thurman, top of the key 3 ball. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound. McClinton in traffic. Popped it up with the right hand, missed it. 2 Elyria girls fighting for the ball. And they'll call it travel, and that's a good call. Ferris and McClinton were both grabbing for the basketball. And that's a travel violation. That gives it to Lorain. 3:45 to go. Inbounds goes to Heisel. Heisel quickly up the left side, right down below us. Heisel on the left sideline, throws it in the middle, and Bohannon able to track it down. Bohannon with 3.5 minutes on the clock. Fires it to Grant. Grant in the center circle. Waiting for the double team. Now lobs left side to Heisel. Heisel just holding the ball on her hip. Heisel double team, left side to Bohannon. Bohannon dribbles through a double team, in the middle to Heisel. 3:20 on the clock. Lorain playing keep away, up by 15. Heisel at the base of the center circle. Heisel gave it off to Maj Grant. Grant back on the right sideline to Heisel. Lob in the right corner to Llanos. Llanos back to Heisel. Boy, Lorain doing a great job at killing clock. Heisel in the center circle. Heisel now hands it off to Bohannon. Bohannon right in front of her own bench, gave it off to Grant. 2:55 to go. Boy, Lorain just keeping it away from Elyria. Heisel on the left side, takes a deep breath, throws it in between the circles to Grant. Bounce on the right side to Bohannon, who's in a catcher squat right in front of the scorer's table. And Ferris just finally goes over and gently pushes her down. Boy, Heisel looking like she's getting ready. Well, that was actually Bohannon. Bohannon like she's getting ready for softball. Just in that catcher squat right in front of the scorer's table. And finally, Ferris came over and gave her a gentle nudge. And for Elyria, that's their 5th team foul. Boy, Lorain took a lot of time off the clock. Bohannon inbounds to Llanos. It got knocked away from Llanos, but came back to Bohannon. Grant whipped it down low and wide open was Herman for the layup, and that makes it 51-34. And that may have been the dagger. 2:20 to go. Right wing 3-ball by Noble off the glass, no good. Rebound off the leg of Bohannon out of bounds. But I think Elyria's running out of clock. 2:17 to go, and it's Lorain by 17. 51-34. Here comes Ferris back in the ball game for Elyria as Dana Ewing will sit down. Well, I mentioned before the ball game, there's all sorts of theories and schools of thought in regards to tournament basketball. Who's the hot team? As Thurman drives and scores for Elyria. Tristan Thurman makes it 51-36. But there's also strength of schedule. Well, Lorain came in today, definitely the hotter team, and they've kept it rolling. As here in the forecourt, Ferris goes for the steal for Elyria, but she ends up falling down, and the travel will be called on Elyria. Ball goes back to Lorain High as Lorain takes a full timeout. So we'll take a break. 1:54 to go in this one. It looks like Lorain's heading to a sectional championship contest. They're up 51-36 over Elyria in our Cleveland Clinic girls cage matchup on WEOL. On your phone with the app, and we're online at WEOL.com.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
$1:54 to go here at the Pioneer Gym at Elyria. Lorain, as I was talking about before the timeout from Mark Feldman, they came in as the hot team, having won 5 out of 6 and 8 out of 10. And even though they fell behind early, they never lost their composure. And now they're up 15 with 1:54 to go. So it looks like Elyria's season is going to end in disappointing fashion. And boy, they really struggled down the stretch. If Elyria doesn't have some sort of unbelievably miraculous comeback today, they're going to lose their final 8 games of the year and 12 of their last 13. Off the timeout, Lorain with the basketball, though the ball is deflected at the half-court line and saved in by Lorain. And ahead of the pack, wide open and laying it up and in was Tanya Llanos. Llanos makes it 53-36. So Strongsville knows they're going to play Lorain Thursday night. Well, speaking of next Thursday, we're going to have all sorts of coverage on Thursday night on WEOL. Into the lane, Thurman, short shot, bounced off the rim, no good. Rebound grab by Bohannon. Thurman just plowed into Nay Bohannon in the backcourt as number 3 had a collision with number 3. Foul on Tristan Thurman will be her second. And Tony Brown, I think, is running up the white flag as Justice Nelson now checks in for Elyria. Savannah Bauer in the ball game.
And number 4,
Dana Ewing has re-entered. I think Tony Brown realizes our year is going to end right now. Lorain with a basketball, another pass down the floor, and an open layup is converted by Micaiah Herman. And now Mark Feldman takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here. The only reason Mark's taking a timeout is he's emptying his bench. 55-36. So Lorain High, again, they fell behind 9-0. They were down by 9 at the end of one, 15-6. But my goodness, did they turn the tables in the second quarter of play. They outscored Elyria. Lorain outscored Elyria 20-5 in that second quarter. They were up 6 at the half, and they continued to just take any hope away from Elyria in that third quarter, outscoring the Lady Pioneers 19-10 in the third to go up by 15 at the end of three, 45-30. And they're coasting home now. They're up by 15 with a minute to go in the ball game here at the Pioneer Gym. Boy, tip your cap to the Lady Titans. And again, they'll get the top seed, the Strongsville Lady Mustangs, on Thursday night. That game will be played at Strongsville. So Elyria basketball. Disappointing end for Tony Brown and the Lady Pioneers. Out front, McClinton. McClinton, only a sophomore. Deals right side to Ewing. She's only a freshman. So there's some young players on this Elyria squad as Dana Ewing lost it out of bounds. And again, we got new players coming in for Lorain. Amaya Robinson is in the ball game. Trying to check some other numbers here. It looks like Mackenzie Baraclo's in for Lorain. 45 seconds to go. Here's Nikki Ortiz up the right side. Ortiz right in front of her head coach. Deals it out front to Nani Grant. Grant gave it off to Ortiz. Ortiz on the right wing, drops it in the corner to Grant. Grant back to Ortiz. Her three ball is up and short. Rebound fought for. Weatherspoon missed a shot. Rebound Elyria High. 20 seconds to go. Into the forecourt comes Michaela King. Right of the lane, bank shot too strong. Rebound saved in. No, out of bounds was Grant with 11.8 to go. Again, we'll make it a very, very quick post game here because we want to get you down to Keystone. Rob Polinsky with Keystone and Fairview. That game got started late, so we'll join it in progress as soon as we finish up here. King in the lane, short shot, missed it. Rebound Lorain. They should be able to dribble out the clock. Here's Robinson into the forecourt, 4-3. Robinson had it knocked out of her hands, and the buzzer sounds, and that ends the ball game. Lorain is moving on. The Lady Titans with a 55-36 win over Elyria here at the Pioneer Gym in this Division I sectional semi. Lorain now 13-10 will play Strongsville on Thursday in the Division I sectional championship game. Elyria sees their season end. They bow out at 5-18. 55-36 our final. We'll be back. Again, a very quick wrap-up of this one after this on our Cleveland Clinic Girls Tournament Cage matchup on WEOL and online at WEOL.com.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state, a major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Lorain's season will continue. Elyria's season comes to an end. Girls Division I sectional matchup here at the Pioneer Gym. Lorain upends the Lady Pioneers 55-36. Lorain 13-10. Moving on to face Strongsville Thursday night. Elyria bows out with a record of 5-18. Boy, it looked like Elyria was going to have the better of this one early on. They raced out to a 9-0 lead as Lorain was plagued by turnovers in the early going. But this young Lorain team, give them credit. They stayed focused. They didn't panic. They were still down by 9 at the end of one at 15-6. But boy, did they turn this thing around in the second quarter of play. Lorain outscored Elyria 20-5 in that second quarter. And after being down 9 at the end of one, they were up 6 at the half, 26-20. They continued the onslaught in the third quarter. Lorain outscoring Elyria 19-10 in that third to be up by 15 at the end of three, 45-30. And basically, Elyria just couldn't cut into that gap in the fourth quarter. Lorain outscores Elyria 10-6 in the fourth, and they win it handily 55-36. Individual scoring numbers, we'll just give you the leaders because we've got to wrap things up and get it down to a Keystone for Rob Polinsky. For Elyria, again, their season ends at 5-18. Chelsea Ferris led the Lady Pioneers with 16. In fact, she led all scorers. Tiffany Means had 11. For Lorain High, boy, outstanding balance today. They were led by Maj Grant with 12, and Micaiah Herman, the freshman, had 12. Nice effort from Nay Bohannon. She had 9. Tanya Llanos with 8 off the bench, and Nani Grant with 8 off the bench for Lorain. So Elyria wins it 55, or excuse me, Lorain. Lorain wins it 55-36, and it's Lorain moving on Thursday night to take on Strongsville. So that's going to do it. Again, we want to get you down to Rob Polinsky over at Keystone. Many people to thank. Our engineer back in the studio this afternoon. It was Tim Gratton spinning the dials on this Saturday afternoon. Of course, Joe Bach, WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, tapped into our audio feed here today. We appreciate that very much. Biggest thanks goes to you, the listeners. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're a Lady Titan fan, you loved it. Lorain wins it 55-36. I'll be back with you again Thursday, 6 o'clock. I'll have the Cobos Insurance Center Wrestling Recap presented by Century 21, Deanna Family Realty. That'll come your way Thursday at 6. And then I'll have a girls basketball game on Thursday night right here on WEOL. So until then, Tim Elkhorn saying once again, thank you very much for listening. And from the Pioneer Gym here at Elyria, so long, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.